Ahoy! Welcome to another edition of the Zlin Film Festival Bubbles, our daily interview show where we welcome some of the most bubbly guests from the festival. Paul Simon used to sing a song called The Boy in the Bubble, and we have a boy today in the bubble. And a very bubbly boy called Tomm Moore, who's like the Grand Master of European animation. I can say so. Wow. And this is also the reason why the Zlin Festival decided to give you a Lifetime Achievement Award and make you kind of the guest of honor of the festival. How does that make you feel?
Well, it's very humbling, it's very special. I've been texting my partners back home in Ireland and letting them know that it's a big deal, you know, that we're being celebrated here after, 27 years. It's kind of a moment to reflect a bit too. They showed a video yesterday at the awards and it was really, it's quite touching.
So you're 27, is that what you just said?
Yeah, I wish I was 27, yeah.
No, but maybe you should explain 27 years of Cartoon Saloon, which is your company, and why should everyone know about Cartoon Saloon?
Why should everyone know about Cartoon Saloon?
What are the big achievements?
Well, we had 5 Oscar nominations so far, which was probably the easiest thing to say, but then also we won a prize here in Zlin for Wolfwalkers and many festivals around the world. We've made, I think, 5 feature films now, and 3 of them are the Irish Folklore Trilogy, which I directed or co-directed. Yeah.
Which brings us to the subject of Irish folklore. And on the continent, we often think that folklore is something old and dusty and conservative and sometimes even like nationalistic. And it's not like that in Ireland. You have a very different approach towards folklore, I guess.
I hope so, yeah. I mean, I definitely felt like there's a torchbearer role in telling these stories. You know, you kind of take the torch from the previous generation and you're handing it to the next. So I just feel like I'm in the middle of a tradition, you know. It used to be a completely oral tradition in Ireland where people just told stories, speaking. And then I kind of reimagined those stories into animation. Who knows what the next form they'll take? That'll be for the next generation, you know.
But you said oral tradition. Irish language is a very important component of Irish folklore.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that you can also integrate Irish language into the international language of movies?
Yeah, and we do as well. We have little snippets, like each of our movies have been released completely in the Irish language as well. But we have little bits of Irish spoken in the movies too, yeah.
There's also when I was looking at your oeuvre, that's an old Irish word, I guess. I was surprised to see the strong female, and we can even say, I think, feminist component. Like Wolfwalker is the ultimate strong girl role that I've ever seen. I guess Song of the Sea, Breadwinner. There is this new short film called s.r.o. that has a very strong female voice.
Yeah.
Is it a coincidence?
I wonder, yeah. I think those are all movies from different directors. Yeah. But for me, on Wolfwalkers, it was a clear choice. At a certain point, we were developing the story with the main character as a little boy, and that didn't really work. And the story wasn't really working. When we made her a little girl, I based her on my wife when she was young, and I kind of immediately understood who the character was. And then I was able to, I think the story took much better shape once we had the main girl protagonist. Mm-hmm.
It would be very narrow-minded to reduce your films to folklore. I mean, there's many other elements and aspects there. You have also made very different type of cinema. Like, for instance, Puffin Rock, which was a film for the really, really small. And there's The Breadwinner, which is a very universal story to tell. Yeah. So how did they all fit together?
How did they all fit together? I suppose they all originated from the studio. You know, Breadwinner was a project that Nora was passionate about. It was based on a book by Deborah Ellis. And she really wanted to make that film. And that was a bit of a departure for us. It was our first time setting a movie outside of Irish culture and Irish stories. So that was a difficult job. But then Puffin Rock is something else. It's a TV series. It's been running for years now. It's on Netflix internationally, but our local broadcaster supported it really early on.
But it's also a very different tone and a very different tempo. It goes in a very different direction.
I think Puffin's has some of the same kind of ecological awareness that we have in the movies, because it's I had the idea for it around the same time that I came up with the idea for Song of the Sea, but it was for smaller kids, for preschool kids. And then we did the Puffin Rock and the New Friends, which is the movie that was released last year. So it continues to be popular, and I think that sometimes we have young fans who watch Puffin Rock, and then as they get older they can graduate to our movies, you know.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned on stage yesterday with the Lifetime Achievement Award, you mentioned like a magic word that I was very surprised about. You said grandchildren.
Oh yeah, I have a granddaughter. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You were a teenage...
I was a teenage dad, yeah, and my wife and I had our son 30 years ago now, and then we had our granddaughter 8 years ago.
Uh-huh. And she's carrying the torch.
She sure is, and she's really an animation fan, and she's a great artist as well. Yeah, yeah.
Tell us something about Julian. That's the new cartoon saloon film that's going to be premiered in Annecy, I think?
In Annecy, yeah, that's right. So Julian's premiering in Annecy. We're excited for it finally to get out into the world. It was a long journey getting it made. It's based on a book by Jessica Love called Julian is a Mermaid. And it's also a big departure for the studio. It's very different style, very different setting, still hand-drawn animation. But a new director, Louise Bagnall, it's her first feature film. She did a short called Late Afternoon, so this is her first feature.
You have new directors, like for Julian, but also Eru, Giovanna Ferrari.
Yeah.
What's your role in the whole construction now? You just sit back and look at the Lifetime Achievement Award and say, you did a good job,
Yeah,
Tom?
and I put my hands behind my head like this, I put my feet on the table and I just smoke a cigar, yeah.
In your office?
In my office, if I had an office. No, it's still a very collaborative feeling in the studio, and actually Giovanna is working on a new series based on Wolfwalkers that we're doing for small kids, and she's doing storyboards for that, and Louise will join me and help me storyboard my next film. So we continue to be a studio of collaborators, you know.
And you still direct as well?
Oh yeah, I'm directing another, for my sins, I'm starting another movie now this summer, so starting to get busy again.
And still with Irish folklore?
No, this time we're kind of looking at the connection between the Irish and the Choctaw Indians in Mississippi and Oklahoma. It goes back to the time of the famine, the Irish famine in 1847. But it's a family movie, and actually the main character is based on my granddaughter Mara. So,
so you finally grew up? Good.
So we're doing a different movie. Yeah, it's a different movie. But it's set in the US in 1847, and it has a little Irish girl who ends up being taken care of by this Choctaw guy who's Indian.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish you could see it like right now.
Yeah, I need to make it. Give me a bit of time. A lot of drawing to do still.
You've been spending a couple of days in Zlin now?
Yeah.
Or as I should say, Zlin. I was told by the Czech people. What's your impression on
it's
Zlin?
Beautiful. Yeah, it was really nice. And the festival was fantastic. It was so well organized and really, really made us feel really welcome. So it was lovely. And we had beautiful sunny weather yesterday, so that was a lovely day to be able to go out and see the city. And
see how the whole town celebrates
yeah, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
It's all because of you.
Well, I think it's really amazing that there's this long history here of the film festival.
And you know what is like carrying this entire history? You know what is the magic, the secret behind the whole empire of Zlin?
What is the secret?
You know what? It's shoes.
Yes, Tomm is back.
And that's what brings us to the famous last question. Okay. Could you put like one foot on the table and show us the shoes you're wearing?
They're
and
terrible.
Tell us, yeah, I agree.
I'm so sorry.
But can you tell us the story behind the shoes? Where did they come from, and why did you bring them to Zlin?
I am so sorry I brought them to Zlin. I thought I'd have a chance to buy a new pair somewhere along the way. But
you can buy them here. They're still about.
Yeah, it's a perfect place to buy shoes, actually. Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed by my shoes here in Zlin. I'm sorry to say.
I didn't want to embarrass you.
I was hoping that the camera would only stay up here. But yeah, they're just a pair of sandals.
Sorry to embarrass you, but we found out over the years that every shoe comes with a story. So we thought that would be a story.
Yeah. So the story of these sandals is I wear them in the summer, and last summer I was using them to paint a fence, and that's why they're covered in paint.
So now they come with an extra story.
I said I'm embarrassed by my shoes, and my wife said, "Oh no, you're an artist. It's okay." So yeah, it's covered in paint.
If this is the only thing to be embarrassed about, we'll be totally fine with it, Tom. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much for showing the shoes and for being so willing. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your stay here in Zlín. Thanks for being with us, and I hope we'll see you in one of the episodes of our Zlín Film Festival Bubbles. Ciao.